Hey, Steve.
Okay.
So I'd love to hear a little bit about your bridge story and your partnership with Peter Boyd.
Well, I started off playing with Kit Woolsey in the 80s, okay, in the 70s. And then he decided to play with someone else, and I got Peter Boyd, and he's from the local area, and we started playing in the 80s, and we've been playing ever since, you know.
So what is it like? So your partnership has spanned how many decades?
Well, probably 5.
Yeah.
Yes, right. We're one of the longest partnerships. Yeah.
So what do you think makes a great partnership and how you guys have lasted?
Well, we don't yell at each other. We're compatible, and we have a good system, and I enjoy playing with him, and he enjoys playing with me, and we're from the Washington area, so we can play locally also. We do well, and we've won about 15 or 16 national championships. I'm not sure how many, but we've
lost count.
Yeah, I've lost count. Yeah, we're right.
What are some of your favorite bridge memories?
Well, the famous bridge memories was when I 9-4. I had 9 solid diamonds and 2 little. And I opened a diamond, he bid a major, and I bid 2 diamonds, and he bid 3-no trump. And I bid 4 clubs, which I thought was forcing, and he passed. So there I was in 4 clubs with, I think I was voiding clubs. Okay? Okay. And then I was very upset playing in 4 clubs. Okay? I was extremely upset. But however, this was the last round of a nationals, okay? And somebody said, you can keep the cards, we just want the boards. So I said, aha. After I played my 4 major suit cards, okay, on the 5th one, I took a diamond and I tore it up and I threw it at her.
Oh my God.
Because it was our cards. And then on the next diamond, next thing they called, I did the same thing. And I tore up every card and threw it at her. And I was happy. I was pissed off when he passed my 4 clubs.
Which should be forcing when you pull your partner out.
Who knows? I know.
Yeah.
Well, he gave it to the bridge world, and some people did pass 4 clubs.
Yeah.
So not everybody, but anyway. So that was one of our funny stories.
So you threw cards at your partner, and you lasted.
Yes.
Almost 5 decades.
Yes. It was like I said.
So this doesn't help me with the whole partnership thing and being a good partner.
Well, we have a good system. Okay, we normally know what we're playing. We have a very good system, and and we're compatible. And like I said, we both live in the same area, so we get to play locally. We don't play in many club games, but we play in a lot of team games. We do play in a lot of local team games.
Okay.
And we go to regionals and we play that. But once in a while we've played with clients, but most of the time we don't play with clients.
Right. So you guys are also one of the lucky pairs that get to play with each other.
Yes, that's true. You're right. Even when we're playing with clients, we play with each other. Right. Can't remember the last time.
That's the dream of a good bridge player.
That's true. And we enjoy each other. I try not to yell at him and try not
to throw cards at him occasionally.
Yeah. I mean, yesterday he passed a cubit. Okay. And so, I played I didn't say anything, and, I played the hand out and, did the best I could. So, I wasn't happy, but I didn't say anything,
How did you get into bridge? So what year did you start and how old were you?
Okay, well, I was a games player. In high school, okay, I played chess, and I played a lot of card games, okay? And I was fair at chess. I wasn't great at chess. I was on the chess in high school, and I played card games. Okay, and then when I got to college, I went to the student union, and they were playing bridge. I said, "Aha, I'm gonna. That seems like a good game." So I got 5 weeks to winning bridge, and Watson, The Play of the Hand. Those are very good books, and I read them, and I started playing. We didn't play for money. We just played for the fun of it. Okay, and I learned a lot. and for 4.5 years. Actually, when I was in college, I either, during the day I played bridge or go to school, go to class, and at night I studied.
So
and,
what did you graduate in, and what did you
well,
do
I
for a living?
majored, for the first 2.5 years, I majored engineering, okay? And the 5th semester was very difficult. I was very good. The basic courses I was really good at, but I flunked out. And so they let me back in, and the only prerequisite I had was government politics. I took that course. So I wanted accounting, but I didn't have the basic accounting course. So I would have to spend a year with the basic accounting course in order to take the rest of it. So, but government politics, I had the basic course, so I could major in government politics.
So is that why you live in D.C.?
No, I was born in D.C.
Okay.
I was born in D.C. I've always lived in the Washington area. So I majored in government politics, and I graduated with probably score of anybody. I had 2.008.
So you flunked out of engineering.
I had a 2.008 GPA average. That was my average that I graduated. Mm-hmm. I've always wondered if anybody graduated with a 2.0 average. I was always wondering if I graduated last or next to last. But I graduated.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
Yes.
Just that nobody cares what you actually scored.
Right.
Just that you have the degree.
And then I got a job at the Census Bureau in computer programming. Okay. And then in December of '63, I was drafted in the Army. The toughest part of the Army was, when I went to basic training, was not to laugh at the sergeant when he yelled at me. And he yelled at me a lot. And it was really funny.
You were just amused at him.
I was amused,
and that probably pissed him off even more.
Well, no, I didn't laugh. I acted like...
Internally.
Right, I laughed internally. I acted like he was bugging me, okay? So I went to basic training, then I got a job. So I worked for 2 years in the Army, as a programmer. And then when I got out, I got the same job as a civilian at the Pentagon. I worked at the Pentagon for 30 years.
Oh, wow. So when did you retire?
At 55.
Oh, okay.
I was 55. Exactly. I was born on January 4th. Yeah, as a programmer, I was very good at it. And I finished things very quickly. And I was very lucky that most of the time, when things were due, there weren't very many times when things were due when there was a bridge tournament. Mm-hmm. Okay? So I was always able to go play bridge, to take my leave and play bridge. Mm-hmm. The only time I played bridge, and there was only one time I called in sick, was when they wanted me to play. They wanted me there for no stupid reason, so I just said I was sick and went to region.
So in your
region
30, 40-year career, you only called in sick once because of bridge. But
right.
That's because you thought it was stupid what they were asking you to do.
Yeah. So I graduated, and I was very good. I was a very good programmer, and I wrote a lot of good things.
Okay. What do you think bridge has done for your life?
Well, I mean, like I say, I'm lucky that I'm a very good bridge player. Bridge is like golf. Anybody can play bridge, but to play it well, you have to be born with it. It's not something, you can be 100% intelligent, but that has nothing to do with bridge. I mean,
you don't think there's a work ethic involved?
Well, not really. It has nothing to do with your intelligence, okay?
No, there's people that...
I understand that. I'm not. There are a lot of more intelligent people than me, who I play bridge a lot better than them, because it has nothing to do with my intelligence.
But your programming skills, you're taking 100 pieces of information and making a pretty quick decision. Yeah. And going through the statistics.
Oh, and then
I was a little bit of people.
Yeah, I was a good
reading
programmer.
The room.
Yeah, like I say, I was a good programmer, and I enjoyed that, and I did. I wrote some neat programs to help myself.
What advice do you have for somebody just starting?
Well, play. I mean, it's always good to play with someone better than you, because you learn from that. If you play with someone,
if you want to play with better people.
Right. If you play with someone who's equal to you, and they're asking. They might not know that that wall is not green. Yeah,
right.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And they might think the wall is purple, and you have no way of knowing,
Right.
correcting them, and that's what they think. The wall is purple.
That's why I always encourage people, especially when they're here at major tournaments. Most of the top players will allow you to ask them a hand. Or give advice. Everybody loves
I think most of
people.
the experts, answer questions. If somebody comes up to me and asks me a question, when I'm playing, sometimes people will ask questions. Okay, and I have to decide whether to answer them or just say you did the best you could. Yeah. But if I feel like answering them, I do that. Yeah. The only time if I see someone who's yelling at their partner and they're 100% wrong, okay, I might say something.
Those are really painful moments.
Yeah, that I might get involved with, because if they're 100%, if they're wrong and their partner was right, I might get involved with that. Most of the time, I don't. If somebody asks me a question, I'll usually answer it. Yeah, right. Yes.
What is your favorite win?
Oh, I don't know. I've won a lot. I've been very lucky. Yeah. I've been very lucky winning. I've won a lot of tournaments. Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna touch you and rub off on you.
Yeah, well, that works. Yeah, right. That works. Okay. Anyway. Okay.
Use you as a genie.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I have one more last little thing for you.
Okay.
It's a little silly thing. If they make a movie about you, who would you want to play you in your bridge movie?
Bridge movie?
What actor?
Danny DeVito. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right.
Really funny.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah,
I like that.
It. Yes.
And then the other little silly thing I do, because I do social media stuff, is if we had a zombie apocalypse, what bridge skill is going to help you survive?
What bridge skill? I have no idea what bridge skill will help me survive. I don't know. I'll just run. Right. Right.
Barry Regal's he's like, I'm just going to sacrifice myself for the greater good. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thank you.